everyone, Yensid Organist here, and welcome to another episode of New in Town. I hope you guys are having a great day today. I hope you enjoyed the little opening time-lapse. I did a little bit more afterwards that I didn't have time for. I came around and added some trees, did a little bit of light bone mealing just to give it a little bit of life so that it wasn't just grass blocks all around in a big clump. Tried to make it look a little bit more natural. But yes, so we have all of our terraforming around here done, and I am very happy with that. I still have a little bit of cleanup that needs to get done in here, and we will get that done before we finish up today. But we got lots to do. This is the finale of this series, so we are going to go and finish up building our end city, and then we will do a tour of this entire world. So let's head to the end. I have spent a considerable amount of time gathering all the resources that we need. And we do need to stop at the end oystery here to pick up a few more ender pearls. Hopefully enough. Oh yeah, that should be enough. We need to go and visit the well, this didn't go where I thought it was going to. We need to go visit the King of the Nether in here. King of the Nether? King of the End. To trade the... I'm struggling! Here we go. Okay, so we need to get these, and we'll just have to keep trading through. I need 7 of these to finish everything off. There we go. Yeah, I think I had more than enough ender pearls. Okay, so we are now going to get to building the last of our buildings. So let's see where we... Oh, look at all the phantoms. I'm going to have to go clean them out. So I think we have a couple of different places we can build up from. Yeah, and I think let's maybe start... Let's start here. And let me grab the book, and let's talk through everything we still need to do. So, we need to build an end-stoned generator. We've done the chorus farm. We've done that. We're going to build a return portal, gravity tanks, a lava chamber, a shulker vault, the golden carrot farm. Nope, that's it. Okay. So, I've gathered all of the resources that we need in here, and I think let's just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna move some of those over because I don't need them right now. Let's see. So let's get started, and let's do the end stone generator here. This would have come in handy a long time ago. So we need our water and lava. I thought that I had grabbed the stone out of my shulker box, but clearly I didn't. And our end rods. And there we go. All right. So it looks like this is our end stone generator, and we can just sit here and mine that, which is pretty cool. And then if we talk to this guy, we can trade for ender pearls, and we can do all of that. Cool. So, I think if we go up here, we can probably continue building up. Let's see. I think we'll be okay. What might work well on top of this? Let's see. Let's maybe do the gravity tanks next. So the gravity tanks will give us slow falling. So that'll be pretty nice. That should be that. And there we go. And I think this is something that you actually can turn on and off. So I think if we flip this switch, we should see, yeah, so now we have slow falling. So if we come up here, and I can take the Elytra off, and we just gently glide. I do, however, want to get back up there, so let's go ahead and fly. All right, and oh, we're gonna just drift down, aren't we? Yes, we are. Okay, so let's see. So we can build from there. I think we can still build over here. Yes. So let's maybe leave that off there. We might want to cap these with the roof structures at some point, but we're gonna build everything else first. So let's maybe go over here to our end oystery, and what can we build on top of this? Let's maybe do... Let's do the warped arbor next. Nylium. And a little bit of endstone. And there we go. So we can grow the warped trees that our Enderman friends are so fond of. We can also trade for all of that, so that'll be useful. So then this is a roof structure, so we're not going to be able to build anything above this. So that's pretty good. Let's see. I think that maybe we should build the return portal on top of our gravity tanks here. So let's fly in and do that. And that should be everything for our return portal. So if we come up here, we can hop through there, and that'll take us right back to the village. But we're not going to do that right now. We're not quite done yet. So let's see. What do we have here? Okay, so we have left... We need to do the lava chamber, the Shulker Vault, and the golden carrot farm. Let me see if any of those are roof sections. No, none of those are roof sections. Okay, so let's do... So we have three... It's three more, right? The lava chamber, the Shulker Vault, and the golden carrot. So I think this is our golden tree over here. So let's maybe put our golden carrot farm on top of it. There we go. Oop. And it looks like we're going to need to plant these. And do you plant the golden carrots, or do you just plant regular carrots? Okay, yeah, it looks like you plant regular carrots, and then you can harvest them into golden carrots. Okay, so let's go ahead and trade all the rest of that off. Looks like we're not going to quite fill this up, but that's okay. I've got plenty of carrots back in the overworld. So let's see here. I think let's maybe keep building up from here. And then let's do the lava chamber here, and then let's do the Shulker Vault over there. Okay, there is our lava chamber. And what that gives us is all of these middle sections are now infinite lava sources. So we can always come and harvest that if we need it. And then we'll just pop over here to do our Shulker Vault. And let's see, that's going to be... Should be everything right there. And we have done it! A shining city. And so if we go in here, well, if we can get in, we have a number of shulker boxes that we can use for secure storage. That seems not the best way to get out. And then that brings us up to the top. All right. So that is our end city complete. Let's take a fly out here and take a look. There it is. So we have built all of the structures up here. We have the Tyrant Prison. Of course, we have the throne room for the King of the End, and we have our trophy room here for all that we have accomplished. I think rather than putting the roof structures on this, I think all we're going to do is just take this off there and do the same thing over here. And this is complete. So now we can drift down and take this portal back to the overworld. And this is where we first spawned into this world. Now, it looks a little different than it used to. We have a rail line that goes through here. But this is where we made our first start, chopped down some trees, and began to explore the area that would eventually give rise to our town. So after exploring for a little while and settling on a nice flat area that we could build in, we established our town with this wagon and our town planner, and we were able to buy our settlement site recipes and begin building everything that we would ever possibly want in this town. And I've not cleaned up. That's okay. I want to make sure we grab one of these. But yes, so from there we began building all of the buildings that you see now. And I'm not going to go through every single one of these because there's way too many of them. But we'll take a little walk through the town and just kind of see everything that there is. We've got some farms over there. We've got a barn here. This is one of the custom builds that we did for this town, a little stable for our horses that we found. Many animals have joined our ranks here over the course of this series, but we have some mining facilities where we gather all the resources that we need. We have our specialty things over here. So we have our nether portal. We have our end portal that you're familiar with. Over here we have our sundial, which gives us the ability to control time by either turning the clock back or turning it forward a little bit faster. But yeah, so we expanded through all here. Eventually, we built everything that we could. We have a rail line over here that takes us out to a couple of other settlements. We've got some villager housing here. We have all manner of things that give us some increased strength, increased protection. We have our cathedral over here. And then, of course, we have our castle that I never did change the color scheme of, but that's okay. Over here, we've been collecting taxes. Lots of taxes have been coming in. We'll go ahead and collect the gold. I'm not sure. This hopper is probably full. Yeah, just a little bit of gold in there, and there, and there. It's been a very profitable time here in this town. Yeah, so these are all the wings of our castle. This is our bedroom here, which has no bed because I stole it. But yeah, so all of this. It's kind of an unusual castle where, we have bees, and we have the horses, and we have a library. What are you selling today? You are selling Depth Strider, Aqua Affinity, and Unbreaking. I never did get that new in-town wiki. Oh, well. And then, of course, we have a way out here that if we wanted to go riding, we could do that. But here is the overview of our town from up above. A lot of fun building all of this, but there's a lot more to it than just our overworld structures, so let's head out to our other villages. Uh-oh. And there they go. They should stop. I hope. There we go. Nope. Okay, fine. So this was not the first settlement that we established. This is actually a town that we built more recently, but this is the Harvest add-on that was created by another user. Let's see here. Victoria Ricky's, new in town. This was I think that was hers. Yes, the Harvest add-on where we could build some different things, and of course we brought all of our food tributes to our Harvest goddess. We spent a considerable amount of time here a few episodes ago, doing all of that and getting that finished. But yeah, I really like this town. Actually, we will walk around because I did come and do some terraforming over here as well, so you don't have quite all of the sharp cliff edges that were here before, so we can take a look at all of that. But I thought this was a really cool addition, not by the original creator, but by someone who wanted to expand this pack, and I think did a really nice job at it. A really fun mechanic to the pack, and was a lot of fun to work through. We've got some fountains. These were from Skunk Monkey's Aesthetics pack. So combined several different aspects into this little town here. But yes, so this is our Harvest town up in the mountains, and of course it's about to be night, so I think I'm gonna borrow the villagers' houses to take a nap. And then moving on from here, we will go to what was actually the first expansion to our world, which is our little desert village. So this is our desert village. Early on in the series, one of the buildings that we needed for our original town needed a totem of undying. So we came out here far away from our original settlement and created this town with some villager housing and some walls so that we could do a fairly safe raid and get a totem of undying. And we were successful in that endeavor. And put this town to good use. And unfortunately, I really haven't been out here since. I don't know if it's been collecting any good resources. Not so much. It's mostly out of render distance. So, yeah, so this was one of our town expansions. As we make our way back to the original town, one of the challenges we had was to come out here and find this zombie villager who had been put in a cage out here and convert him. And this is Harold, who gave us this undead soul. And Harold didn't want to come back to the village, so we built Harold his own little house out here. I think this was actually the first custom build that we did, but really like how that turned out. Of course, some of the other challenges we had was this little mini end city up here. We had the sundial down there, and we had the, what was it called? The Banished King. So there was actually an Elder Guardian down below the ground in the depths of the world that we had to go and defeat for another special challenge. And of course, through all of our establishing of this town and growing, we angered the forces of the Tyrant, a wither who was based in the Nether and was attempting to take over all of this world that we live in. And so, as we expanded, we had to take on the Tyrant's forces and eventually had a showdown with the Tyrant himself and beat him back from the overworld, at which point it was time to head to the Nether and take the fight to the Tyrant. And I'm not wearing gold. So here in the Nether, we established our base and began the counteroffensive. And apparently I don't have any gold armor, so let's just make a pair of gold boots real quick so that we're not harassed in here. There we go. So down here we began to establish our own Nether Fortress filled with all sorts of structures to produce many of the resources in the Nether, to be able to upgrade our gear, and sometimes even to be able to gather specific resources from the different Nether biomes. Of course, as we ventured into the Nether, we continued to have to battle the Tyrant's forces, and eventually led to a battle here in the Nether, which we were once again successful, and was able to push the Tyrant to the end. One of the nice features here is this magical garden, where instead of harvesting netherwort, we get diamonds. Of course, we have just a normal netherwort farm over here. Little bit of a piglin trading area. You guys are all off your plinths. You're supposed to be up there. There you go. We have a basalt generator here. Just about everything that you would need. Let's take a little bit of a fly. So one of the things that we actually did with this was expand it so that we could reach into all of the different biomes here in the Nether. It was really cool that you can continue these bridges and really be able to expand this this fortress as much as we wanted to, which I thought was really cool. I mean, I guess you can do the same with the town, with roads and things like that, although when we started, you didn't have the ability to do the roads. But, yeah, so this is our Nether Fortress. And then down here, on the other end, built into the Netherrack, we have our Nether Keep, which has several different wings and all kinds of different things. So this gives us some protection here in the Nether. We have the Infernal Court here, where we traded for some different banners and some special items. I'm not really sure what I did with all of those special items. I'm sure they're around somewhere. But yeah, so this is everything that we have in the Nether. We have this forge, which is able to smelt infinitely. We have our little blaze farm here, and then this was the kind of defunct trophy room. For some reason, it did not work. There's supposed to be different rewards that you would get for each of the advancements, but for some reason it didn't work, so that is okay. Yeah, we know we got everything. And actually, speaking of that, let's take a look at this here. If we go to New in Town, so we started here, New in Town, obtain a town charter by collecting raw materials, so that was the first log we got. So then we went to the Town Hero, which was our first little skirmish hamlet, building a few more buildings, and then our King of the Castle, completing the castle. Peace in the Kingdom was building all of the functional non-castle structures. We stopped the Tyrant, came into the Nether here, began the counteroffensive. We had our first skirmish with the Tyrant's trawler ship. We went to the Tyrant's portal factory and the ancient drill. We also finished the challenge of the paradox box above the bedrock ceiling. And then we finished War Machine, which was our fortress with every functional platform. The Nether Keep with all 6 wings. And then the Grim Reunion, our second fight with the Tyrant, which led us to Refugee, which sent us to the end, where we had the invasion, and we defeated the Tyrant's forces once and for all in a battle that was not supposed to happen, but ended up working out for the best in the end. The Ender Throne that we built on top of our city, and finally, a Shining City that we just completed earlier in this episode with finishing all of the structures in the end. But our tour is not quite finished because we have one more add-on that we need to visit. So we shall say farewell to our town for now, and we shall head out to the final expansion to our world for the Bloomin' Town add-on. And here we are at our Bloomin' Town expansion. So this was all a spring theme, has all different sorts of buildings related to springtime. So we've got some rabbits here, we have flowers and plants. And I never did figure out how this one was supposed to work, because you're supposed to be able to bring things to the gardener and get him to grow more of them. I never figured out how that worked. But yeah, so we have this little town here. I did go around and I cleaned up the walls, but I didn't really have enough time to do a full terraforming of this area. Yeah, but then we have the florist in here that we were able to trade all the different types of flowers. And you can actually grow them out here. If we come in and harvest all of these, you can actually replant them. I forget exactly how this works, but if you put the flower pots back down, then once a day they will grow new flowers, I think based on what's around them, which might explain why those are all the azalea bushes in there. Not sure. And then, of course, we have a beekeeper over here and all kinds of different things. Here, let's spawn a few bees while we're out here. There we go. I don't know where they're going to go. Maybe they'll come hang out with the beekeeper. But that is just about going to do it. And you might think that this is the end of our tour, but if you had a keen eye as we were taking that rail along, you may have noticed that there was something there that wasn't there before. That roundabout used to only go one direction. Well, I guess two, out here and then back to the main. But there was another rail line leading off in another direction. Let's go see what that's all about. So one of the things you may remember about me is that I really like to be able to completely finish these things. It was one of the things I was concerned about with being able to finish off the refugee high portion of this pack. was that when our final tyrant fight went sideways, I was afraid that we would not be able to finish the Shining City, but of course, there ended up being a mechanic that allowed us to do that. Well, there were a number of things that I wasn't able to incorporate into the various towns, and so this is what I'm calling the Celebration Village. So let's just take a look at everything that is here. So this was part of Kenokarab's official aesthetic pack, and there was this Christmas tree that was a part of that, and it didn't really fit in with the theme of our original town, but I wanted to make sure I included it, so here it is. Everything else in this town is from Skunk Monkey's aesthetic pack. Now, some of the things I have already built previously, but there were 4 different fountains, and there were some animal shrines. So we have this fountain here. We have our sheep shrine. Over here we have a little campground area. We have another fountain over here. We have a rabbit shrine. I have this little fountain here. We have a chicken shrine. Over here we have a little animal shelter. We have our wolf shrine. And last but not least, we have our warrior statue right here. And then also a community well, which I could not remember if I put in the Harvest Town or not. But so this is our celebration town, but you notice there's a little bit of a hunk of rock still left here, and that's because we're not quite done. There is one more thing that we need to do, and this is a special little surprise that you had to know existed because there's no recipe for it anywhere in the game. But this was a special episode that Kenokarab did, and I'm missing. What am I missing? I was missing logs. Had to run back and grab those real quick. But this, is the Founders Day celebration. So we have to roll with some changes. I'm a complete derp and forgot that the special one is a double site. So of course it didn't fit in there. So I had to go find a site planner. I don't have any. I've destroyed all of them for aesthetic purposes. However, day was saved by the fact that we didn't finish this. So what we're going to do here is we are just going to build a little bit of a rail station here. And then we will be able to start one final settlement where we can do this celebration. So let's make this all real quick. That'll work. And we'll go one more. And then this will give us a final little area. And now we have a site planner where we can have our final celebration of Founders Day and celebration of completing this series. So this was originally established by Kenokarab to commemorate 1 year of New in Town, and we didn't go quite that far, but we're going to be using this to celebrate 30 episodes and the conclusion of this series. It was a lot of fun playing through this. We have these villagers here who I think trade some special items. So let's see, we can get salmon, tropical fish, axolotls, very cool. This villager has wandered away. What do you have? Festival food, apples, golden apples, pumpkin pie, cookies. Very nice. This is the festival decorator. We can get some lanterns for azaleas, glow frames, candles. And the festival artist, what do you sell? Oh, you sell heads. Oh, this is worth spending the gold on. Hang on. Hey, guys, I have gold. Nope, not you. Where's the flower salesman? Oh, here we go. I think we need one of each head. I think that would be worth having. And then, of course, this last one, if you don't recognize it, is Kanokarub's head, our founder, the creator of this pack, and has given us quite a fun experience in Minecraft, a different way to play the game, and it's been a lot of fun. So I think that is going to do it. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this series. I know I've had a lot of fun getting to explore all of the different structures and all of the gameplay and lore that has gone with this pack. It's been a lot of fun, and I don't think I'm done with it. I think there will be a Season 2. It will be a little while before we come back for that. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I hope you have too. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to subscribe and make sure you click that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest posts. Be sure to follow me on social media. Thanks for watching. See you real soon.